stream live on my YouTube channel at Feel Good with Lavina and also on Zoom every Friday at 10 o'clock. It's saved for you in the Feel Good playlist. This workout is going to be full body. It's for all ages, all levels, all abilities. I show seated options for anyone that may not be able to stand, anyone working from home or sitting on the sofa too long. Take away a few exercises from today's workout as exercise snacks because you can sprinkle them through your day, especially when we can't fit in a longer workout. So we're going to be covering everything from mobility, balance, strength training, cardio, stretch, and breath work, which we always start off with. So first of all, take a seat. If you'd like to join on Zoom, just go to my website, feelgoodwithlavina.com, and I have a free newsletter and I even have a WhatsApp group to communicate session reminders and links for Zoom as well. So take a seat first because we're always in that rushing fight or flight mode. We want to calm the nervous system, prepare ourselves for a lovely feel-good workout today. And we're going to do slightly different. Every week is different. You know, I have lots of breath snacks in my book, The Feel Good Fix as well, but lots of explanation around the science behind this breathing. But today, all we're going to do is we're actually going to start with a bit of 3 breaths with our eyes closed, and then we're going to add in some gentle movements with the breath. So close your eyes firstly, maybe place one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Try and breathe in through your nose. Nasal breathing has a lot of scientific benefits. Exhale through your nose or your mouth, and let's just slow the breath down. So taking a lovely positive big inhale through the nose and exhale, release any tension, negativity, stress. Lovely long exhale. Just by having a longer exhale, we'll kick in that parasympathetic nervous system, calming the body, breathing in again and exhale. Breathe out through your nose or your mouth, whatever feels good. Breathing in again. Really fill your lungs with positive breath and exhale any tension, any stress out of the body. Now with your eyes closed or open, bringing the shoulders up towards your ears with the breath in and exhale, let it all go. Breathing out. This is a really nice, just simple shrug. Breathing in. We sometimes carry that tension in our shoulders. Breathing out, let it all go. Maybe moving your hands as well. Breathe in and out. Now staying seated or standing, whatever you want to do, we can bring in the arms. So breathing in, let's really breathe in tune with the arms. Exhale, that long exhale. So releasing the arms down nice and slow with your breath. Do it in your own time. Breathing in again. And exhale, release the arms down. Let's do one more of these, seated or standing. I'm going to demonstrate both. Breathing in, lengthening the body. Exhale, breathing out. Lovely. Seated or standing, I'm going to lean over to one side. Breathing in, reaching over. Exhale, bringing it down. And the other side, seated or standing, breathing in, reaching, exhale, coming down. Those of you on Zoom or YouTube, give me a virtual wave. Breathing in as we reach over, exhale, coming down. I can see some lovely smiles already. Breathing in and exhale, coming down. So we're adding a bit of movement today with our breath work. We're going to do our sunflowers. This is a lovely mobility and breath snack together. So hands on opposite elbows, seated or standing. You're just going to come forward. Maybe if you're standing, head towards your thighs. And we're going to breathe in as we lengthen up one side, reaching up, growing like a sunflower. Exhale as you come back down and then change sides. So going the opposite direction if you're seated. This is a lovely stretch for your spine. Inhale and exhale. Let's just do 2 more on each side. Really enjoy this lovely stretch. This is so good for your back health. Breathe out. It's lengthening the whole body. You could do this in the morning when you wake up. Breathing in, breathing out. One final one. Breathe in, breathe out, and relax, bringing it down. So that's a little bit of different breath work. We're going to start adding in our steps. So marching on the spot, seated or standing. We need to start moving a little bit, raising the heart rate. This is your cardio snacking. And I really want to encourage people to get their steps in from indoors. Yes, you could go a little bit faster if you want. A lot of my participants have put on their trackers during this workout. One of them in his 80s, late 80s, maybe 90s, got in nearly 2,000 steps. So it's up to you if you want to use the gaps between the exercises as a bit of active recovery. Obviously, right now, we're just warming things up. And if you need to rest, you rest. If there's an exercise you can't do, please find something you can do. Listen to your body, whatever your ailments, conditions, please listen to your body and just do what you can, because any movement is going to count. So we're going to do my little Tai Chi warm up, because I do that every morning. Are you feeling a bit warmer? Take a few deep breaths. Lovely. So we're going to start off with one of my favorite moves. If you're able to jump, by all means jump. I usually keep these workouts low impact. Anyone with bone issues, osteoarthritis, please don't jump. But if you are able to jump, if you're in menopause, especially when your bone density is going down, we're going to do 10 jumps. If you're not able to jump, the option is to have a bit of support of your wall or your chair if you can stand. You're going to lift the heels up, drop them down. You don't have to add an impact if you've got osteoarthritis, any bone, or any issues in your legs. If you're seated, the same thing, lifting up and down. So we're going to do about 10 seconds of these. So if you're jumping, you can really release any tension. If you're doing your heel raises, similarly, without support, you could use your arms with support. Please make sure you don't fall. Always have that balance. Think about your heels dropping down. You don't have to do it very hard if you've got any issues. But if you can, we are stimulating the bones. We're raising the heart rate. We're getting a bit of energy, going into our bodies. Maybe 3, 2, and 1. Relax there. We're going to go into a full body wave. So I'll do the seated option. Inhaling, reaching back a little bit. Exhale, coming down. So if you're standing, this will feel really good. You're going to lift up, really arch back, and sweep down. Seated feels great as well. So if I was working from home at my desk for too long, sitting on the sofa, this is just a lovely way to re-energize the body. There's a lot of science behind these moves, but it's really good for your lymphatic system, energy levels, really resetting everything, and obviously lengthening the spine, just getting movement into our joints, our muscles. Motion is lotion. How does that feel? Tie in your breath. If you're feeling stressed, inhale and let it all go. I'm on my own today. I'm not with my mother-in-law, but I know she loves this one as well. If you really want a challenge and you're able to balance standing, lift up on your toes and drop the heels down, maybe even seated. We'll try one more, lifting the toes, exhaling down. Lovely. I do this every morning. I do it at a faster pace because I know the drills. But what we're going to do now is these arm pumps. This is lovely for your shoulders, for your posture. We're often rounding, especially when we're sitting for too long. So these are lovely, long arms, sweeping up and down. So I'm trying to skim my ears almost with my arms. Do what you can. Use your breath. Take a breath in, breathe out. Let it all go. This feels really good. You could go a little bit faster if you get used to it. Really pumping the energy, getting your body lovely and warm. How does this feel? Enjoying this one? Let's go for 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Feeling warmer, feeling a bit more energized, I hope. We're going to do a little spinal twist. So what I want you to imagine, you keep your hands here or even in front of you. Imagine your elbows, seated or standing, twisting round. So you're pushing your elbow alternate round. We're twisting the spine. So I can do it seated, leaning forward slightly. It's like a spinal twist. And then just let everything freely move. Just see how much your back opens with this one. Real nice loosening for our back. They get tight. I hear of neck pain, upper back, lower back. This will be hopefully nice and loosening. Let's go for 3 more twists. 2 and 1. Relax there. Well done. We're going to add in some golf swings with a little tap under your armpit, which again, a bit of tapping is really good. Yeah, we can start off with a bit of extra tapping like my lovely Tarina auntie's doing on Zoom because she loves tapping as much as I do. Again, stimulating your lymphatic nodes, yeah? There's a lot of benefits. Let's just do the other side, then we'll add in our golf swing. So I try and tap under my armpit now. You know, through the day, I sometimes do them. This one is my favorite if I'm feeling, things are getting a bit stressful or I just need a little calm moment. Doesn't this feel good? Yeah, bit of self-touch as well. This feels really good. So tapping is a great one. Then we're going to add in with that little tap, seated or standing, a twist and a tap to the opposite armpit. So you're moving your spine. If you're standing, you can twist your feet if you've got the balance. Even seated, moving, twisting round, breathing as you go. Lovely. Just have a bit of fun with this. This is great if you know someone that plays golf. Show them that you're doing some great mobility work to reduce injuries with sport as well. Give yourself a little tap. Let's go for 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. And then I'll show you the seated option first because I know I've had people in care homes, people with disabilities, schools with disabilities use this. You just do what you can, right? But this is a good seated option. You could lift one leg, give your knees a little tap. So again, a bit of tapping, opening out, and a bit of coordination. So you're opening out your arms, opening out your chest, preventing this rounding. If you're standing and you're able to balance, if you've been practicing balancing on one leg, brushing your teeth, like I always say, always have some support near you. You could try this standing. So I do this standing, but please just do the seated version if you need to. A nice high knee, and I'm giving myself a little high five. Can you feel that? Opening out the chest. You could probably feel your arms working here, your core, your stomach muscles. So imagine your belly button in towards your spine. Let's go for 3, 2, and 1. Relax. How are we feeling? And then the last exercise, we actually are going to do a little bit of a sit and stand if you're able to. The squats, if you can, body weight air squats are fine as well. But the sit and stand, which we will cover properly as part of this workout, is literally with the aid of a chair if you need it. If you can't stand, I want you to just do a few leg extensions to warm up the lower part of the body. So you can lift one leg, hold, squeeze those quadricep muscles in the front thighs. If you want to do sit and stands, maybe hands here or hold onto your chair, coming forward, squeezing the glutes. Let's take these nice and slow, just body weight sit and stands, going really nice and slow. Or if you're able to do the full squat, you could go down, knees going out in line with your toes, squeeze your glutes, back straight, core tight. Inhale, exhale as you come up, or if you're lifting your leg into a leg extension, whatever works for you. Shall we do about a couple more just to get to about 10 of each exercise? Let's see what we can do today. Stop if you need to. Inhale, exhale, and last one. And up. How do we feel? Give yourselves a little clap because we're 15 minutes in, right? But you should be feeling lovely and warm. Do you feel energized? I feel better than when I started this morning. It felt like Blue Friday because I just couldn't be bothered. My son's just finished his A-level mocks. I didn't have the school run. It was wet and horrible outside. It's grey in the UK. And it can affect your mood. I mean, the first thing I did, let's get a bit of marching in, was try and look out in some sunlight. Open your window even. You don't have to go outside. Get that sunlight in your eyes. That's going to help your circadian rhythm, to help with resetting, like especially if you can't sleep. But yes, this energizing Tai Chi type warm-up, I really hope helps. So you could just play this first 15 minutes of this on my YouTube channel every morning. Could you do just that first bit if you had 15 minutes or 10 minutes? So we're marching on the spot. Now, before we go into the next section, I want to talk about balance work and why we do it every week. But I'm going to focus a bit more on it today because of reducing risks of falls. And we start losing our balance. Have a little rest if you need to. You start losing your balance actually in midlife, right? So I practice this always, but especially as we age. And falls, you know, can really impact people's quality of life, their independence. So I'm going to try and bring in things. Now, obviously, if you can't stand, I'm going to give you the seated option. So you're still building leg strength. So God forbid, if you had a fall, it's just about how your body can try and stay balanced. You're going to build that core stability, that leg strength. Also, if you were able to try and stand up from a ground, little things like that. But what we're going to focus on is actual single leg balance here. So it's unilateral moves. So balancing, making sure that both sides are of equal strength because you have muscular imbalances that can affect your balance as well. Yeah. So quite a lot of explanation there before I go into it. We're going to go into some single or double heel raises. These look nice and simple. You could do single on seated, or you could do double. So you could do single, single, double. You could hold on to the back of this chair or your wall, and I want you to think about single, single, double, or if you're able to balance, let's try it without any support, but obviously have it there because I don't want you falling. But let's think about single, single, and a double. And maybe on the double, holding a little bit higher. So just let's practice. This is just getting a bit of a warm-up going. But these heel raises are working your calf muscles. When we lift, obviously you've got to hold on to your core to make sure you don't topple over, especially if you're standing. If you're seated, you're still working that soleus muscle. This is also great for your blood sugar levels. Single, single, and it's good for our lower leg strength, yeah, at the back. So very simple one, just lifting up. If you want to move into just a single on each side, maybe 5 on each side. It's just a nice, easy one. Think about your posture. My desk reset snack in my book, The Shape of a Desk. Shoulders up, back and down throughout the exercises. I'm getting you to do single, single, double because I want to keep your brains fit as well to reduce risks of things like dementia and Alzheimer's. So that's one of them. The next one we're going to do for single leg strength is we're going to do our high knees. So it could be a simple lift. It could be holding on to your kitchen island, you know, when you're cooking, or your table, or a high chair, or the wall, and lifting up here. Or it could be the seated version. And what I want you to do then is to add a little twist. So the leg that's lifting, I want you to add a little twist. So then you're working your core. It might be hard if you're standing, so take it easy. Can you feel that little twist? I can feel that. If you suck your belly button in towards your spine, engage your pelvic floor, I can really feel that twist because you're lifting the knee up. Try and breathe out, little twist. I've got my hands here, and it's almost like I can see my knee between the hands as it lifts. Does that make sense? Seated or standing, twisting round. So these high knees are very effective. They look simple, but we're doing quite a lot here because we are balancing. There you go. Have to really focus. Stabilizing, using the core, and we're adding a twist. Can anyone feel that in their core muscles? Give me a little bit of feedback in your stomach, in your spine. If you really try and engage, focus that mind to muscle connection. And YouTube, let me know in the comments as well. I hope you felt that one. We're going to do a side leg extension. So for this one, I do want you to start off with a bit of support, the wall, chair, wherever you are, just something stable to hold on to. I'll show you a seated option. We're going to just lift the leg to the side. This leg that's still is going to take your body weight. So that's going to get lovely and strong. You don't have to go far out. And I want you to keep your body really still. Can you give me about 10 if you're standing, either holding on to support? If you're seated, can you do similar straight leg lift? Now this is also working your inner thighs, your glutes, yep. This is a lot of focus. If I try and stay still, then I'm really isolating the move here. Ooh, I can feel that. And you'll probably feel it on the supporting leg as well. So you're building strength to reduce our risks of falls. Shall we try the other side? I don't expect you to do this without support. But this could be a good one to add into after brushing your teeth on one leg. You could add in with your support of your sink, just some side raises in the morning. First thing in the morning, yep. Stack a snack onto an existing habit. So if I was seated, I'm lifting out to the side. This challenges your balance as well. So just be careful if you're holding on to support. Can everyone feel this? Yep, you should feel it in your glutes. Your stomach should be tight. These are slow, important, effective movements. I feel like we should do this one again, just so you get the hang of it. I want you to stay really still. I'm just watching some of my amazing Zoom participants that are of all ages, all abilities. If you're able to stand with support, try and stay really still. Just move the leg. Straight leg, focus on the muscles. If you're seated, let's go for it again. Maybe 10 on each side, just to the side. If you're standing without any support, obviously have it there just in case. But I want you to really feel this. You could do this in the kitchen when you're making your cup of tea, yep? Could you do this in the kitchen environment? Literally really strengthening. We want to really focus on reducing risks of falls. It's something that really concerns me, especially as we age. Yeah, for any of our loved ones, share this workout with them because honestly, this is one of the best gifts you can give them to protect themselves. Let's do a little, another one where we're going to do a little swim and a toe tap. It looks easy. But again, your body's having to do a lot. So if you're sitting, you can do a swim and a little toe tap out to the front. If you're standing, we're just getting our arms involved. We're giving ourselves a little bit of movement to take us off that center of balance. So that little toe tap is going to be a nice little extension for the front part of your leg as well. And a little bit of coordination again, keeping our brains fit. So seated or standing, little swim. You should feel this in your arms. Can you feel that now? The more we do, you're probably going to feel a little bit of your shoulders, your upper back working. Lovely. And relax. And then we're also going to do the tightrope. So if you're able to stand, seated, I'm just going to show you some marching options. If you're able to stand by a wall, that would be ideal. So you've got the support. You're going to try and bring your heel in front of the other toe. Imagine you're walking on a tightrope. If you're by your wall, you've got the support. So I'm literally placing one foot carefully in front of the other. Imagine you're in the circus on that tightrope. If you're able to, you're going to walk backwards. So make sure you are not going to trip up on anything. You've got that space. If you're seated, I want you to continue with heel, heel, and toe, toe. Yep. So that's the seated option. Heel, heel, toe, toe. Can everyone keep their arms out wide when you're doing this? That's going to be harder for your balance. So see how you get on. Stay by the wall. But keeping your arms out, you're going to also work these arm muscles. If you were holding some lovely tin cans, obviously we're adding a little bit of strength in here. Tiny bit of weight would be good to make the tightrope a little bit more challenging. So here I'm bringing my arms out, try and hold them out as long as you can. You're probably going to feel that burning sensation. Walking backwards, if you're able to, is great for balance. It's also great for your knee strength, your back strength. It's testing your proprioception, yeah? Everything, the vestibular inside your ear that's helping us stay balanced. So we're really challenging quite a lot of systems. Can you feel those arms? I can see someone on Zoom. I think it's Ambuja Monty. She's like, oh, my arms are feeling it. Okay, well done, everyone. Let's add in a little cardio snack. So those are a few extra balance ideas. Sorry, the main one we need to do is actual balance. So we're going to hold out. If you can't stand, a leg extension for as long as you can. We're going to try and do over 10 seconds. 10 seconds is the one by science that, you know, you can really, gives us a great indicator of longevity. Let's see what you can do today. Hold on to support, please. Have that support near you. And let's see if we can just lift up one leg or seated on the leg extension. If you're not doing it with support, you could either reduce your fingers on the chair or wall. You could try and go into a nice tree pose as an advanced option. You just do what you can. You stop and start. Hold your core in. Really focus on a point. Try and balance for as long as we can today. Definitely, I'm going to go over about probably 20 seconds. Just stop and start. Let's see how you're feeling. You might be feeling a bit wobbly today, and that's fine. Every day is different. Wow, lots of you are doing super, super well on Zoom, and then bring it down when you're ready. That was definitely, I think, over 20 seconds on that side. So again, the same thing. I want you to hold out the leg extension. You're still building strength, yeah? It's not like you're not doing anything. And if you're able to, you don't have to go to the tree pose. You just hold on to something and you lift the leg, you focus, keep your core in tight. Brush your teeth on one leg. This is what's going to really help. You can do that twice a day, yeah? And then you can really improve your balance. Holding, breathing. Last week we added in some turning of the head, which is definitely challenging. I try and close my eyes sometimes to add an even harder challenge for balance. There's lots of things you can do if this starts getting easy. And if you're brushing your teeth on one leg, I think last week we showed going in to the side with the leg, going backwards, going forwards. That again tests everything with your balance. I'm just reminding you of things that you can do. Balance section is done, yeah? It's quite an important one. I hope you enjoyed it because it's really important. Let's add in some star jumps. Let's get the heart rate up. And then we've got a lovely strength circuit to get through. So very quickly, give me a clap. Seated or standing, double leg. If anyone wants to jump, you can. But normally these are low impact. But because I'm trying to build my bone strength, I add in star jumps every day. Sometimes when I'm cooking, sometimes at my desk when I just need a little energy boost. Sometimes on my walks. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. How is your heart rate after that? We're cramming in a lot. People are grabbing water bottles on Zoom. Have a little sip. 20 seconds, yeah, of star jumps. Even the science shows 4 seconds of something higher, intense, really marching as fast as you can on the spot when you're watching TV. These little exercise snacks are amazing for your blood pressure, your blood cholesterol, your blood sugar levels, blood fat levels. There's so much science. Obviously for your mood, your energy, everything, your cardiovascular health. Can you sprinkle these in? 4 seconds, 10 seconds. Think about what you can take away from today's workout. We're going to go into our strength section. So we're starting with a little circuit. We're going to do press-ups to begin. If you know what you're doing, go to the wall, go to your kitchen counter. That's the second level. Go to the floor, which I don't actually talk through in this workout, but you know my book has QR codes to all of the videos and it explains it very easily. And I literally show you all the levels, box press up, 3/4, full press ups. On this workout and everywhere I go, I encourage people to do things against the wall because you have a wall everywhere, right? You can build up a body strength. I will show the seated option, but against the wall, straight body, hands at shoulder height, bending the elbows. Inhale, exhale. You can make it harder by moving your feet away, or again, I said against the desk. Kitchen island is probably the best. Kitchen table, you know, like your platform where you're cooking. Seated, I'm pushing against my thighs. Think about your upper body muscles. Breathe as you push away. I can see lovely Sonal, who is on Zoom, doing them on the floor. I don't usually show these, but this is the box press up for anyone in a box position. Chest comes between your hands. This is the 3/4 version that I really talk through properly on the videos in my book as well. And this is the full press up. For anyone that is getting there, maybe aiming for 11 of these every day would be amazing. Wherever you are, when you're done, roll out your wrists. I'm just having a little look on Zoom. Do join us on Zoom because I love interacting with everyone at the end and just having a little look while they're doing their exercises. Roll out your wrists. When you do the press-ups, I want you to think about the upper body strength. Yeah, it's so important to build that strength up. And this is a big compound move. Adding in your press-ups through your day. We're going into squats. We did a few in the warm-up. So if you're ready to add weight, this is where it gets exciting to build muscle mass. I want you to grab a weight. I've got a selection. Normally my mother-in-law demonstrates with tin cans, plastic bottles. You don't have to have fancy equipment. If you do have dumbbells, if you have a rucksack, that's the perfect time. If you can't stand, so if you're able to do it, please start. You know the drill. Go nice and slow. I'm just showing you the full version, then I'm going to talk you through different options. Breathing out, come slowly down. Touch down, squeeze up. You could go for the full squat if you're able to. Inhale, exhale. Think about the weight. You're going to end up doing about 20, I think, by the time I explain all the other options. Leg extension is level 1 for anyone that can't stand. If you even can't lift your leg, heel raises is fine. If you need your chair, feet are at shoulder width, everyone, or wider, but your knees never come in. They always go out the same direction as your toes. You can use your chair to even get up a few inches. You're engaging those lower body muscles. We want to try and keep that independence for as long as possible to sit and stand ourselves. And then if you're able to come up, this is just body weight. We're slowly coming down. Really squeeze, breathe out, squeeze your glutes, stomach muscles tight. Everyone's doing very well on Zoom. I'm going to join you for a few. Let's go for 5 more. If you can, leg extensions if you're doing them. You could add a weight and just hold the weight. Yep, you're just using a bit extra than your body weight. 3, lovely. 2, beautiful work. Do as many as you can. Rest if you need to. And 1. We did more than usual. I want you to just give me a little bit of feedback. Thumbs up or drop a comment on YouTube. Did that feel challenging? Are you out of breath? Were the last few repetitions almost, you're doing perfect form and technique, which is what I want because I don't want any injuries through my classes. But are you able to feel those last 3 repetitions are a bit of a struggle? Then you're on the right weight. If not, I really want you to play back so come back to this workout, replay, or in your own time, maybe give yourself a day, in 2 days' time over the weekend or whenever you do this workout, do some squats with some heavier weights. After you've obviously warmed up the muscles, but try and increase your weight. That's when your body starts adapting. That's when we get the muscle growth. And muscle is really the key to longevity. So the next one we're going to add is something new. We're either going to do a seated option or we're going to do a wall plank. So we're going back to the wall, but the seated option, just so you know, to work our core is holding a weight. It could be a plastic bottle, it could be tin cans, and you're just going to twist and come back. This is also working your arms in that front raise. But I want you to think about your core muscles really tightening. If anyone knows the floor plank, this is your chance to do it. But I'm keeping it simple because I have all ages, all abilities on this workout. For the wall plank, like the press up, but we're just going to hold, and I want you to look simple, but I want this lovely straight line from your head to your heels, and I want you to suck your stomach in, your belly button towards your spine, even engage your pelvic floor, keep your arms lovely and straight, and everything should be really tight. I'm on my tiptoes. The floor plank, which some of you may be able to do, could be, the simple version could be just a 3/4, but again, I'm squeezing, tucking my pelvis under, sucking my belly button in towards the spine, or I'm lifting up and trying to keep a straight line from the top of your head to your heels whilst engaging your stomach muscles. I want you to hold whatever version you're doing. If you're seated and twisting, twist. Otherwise, let's just hold that wall plank and let's try and all count down. I've got my feet quite far away to challenge it. And let's really squeeze every muscle in your body for 9, 8, keep breathing, 6, 7, 6, 5, 4, stomach muscles in tight, 3, 2, and 1. Whew, I wanted to try that. Wall plank sounds easy, but did you really squeeze everything tight? It's a hold. It's an isometric exercise. Yep, it's also great for your back health. Obviously on the floor, it's more challenging. I hope you felt that. Give yourselves a little clap because I'm happy I felt that one because I wanted to sort of try it out. We used to do them against the chair or a sofa, if you remember, against the wall. Right back at the beginning of the pandemic, I've done so many workouts. Let's now add in a wall sit for those that can do that isometric exercise. So you're sitting against the wall, yeah? Sitting against the wall. Someone just asked me, what weight am I lifting? Weight is very individual. I can lift for the squats, I can use a barbell and lift nearly my body weight, yeah? But you start off light. So you can start off with 3 kg, 2 kg dumbbells at home. You could start off with tin cans and you gradually, progressively overload so that you start increasing your weight over time. I need exercises to be able to stand up from the floor. What can I do for training for that? So I am going to cover that hopefully next week. So do join me live, because everything we do, including especially the leg extensions and the sit and stands, are building that strength to help you get up off the floor. Yeah, it's quite a complicated one, that one. So the wall sit, if you're able to take a seat against the wall, and I'm going to show you, we're just going to do a leg extension hold for the seated option, both legs or single leg, holding out. But this is a 90-degree bend. You don't have to go super low. You could start off a little bit higher. You could just hold for 5 seconds, 10 seconds. Try and keep your hands away. Your quads, your legs are going to feel it. You could build up to 30 seconds, a minute. People say 2 minutes of these can help lower your blood pressure. I mean, there's a lot of science. You don't have to do 2 minutes. That's very hard. Yep, I want to make exercise accessible. So the wall sit, or we're going to hold for as long as we can, tensing these quadriceps, getting these very nice and strong to really build leg muscle strength. Can we hold, hold, hold? Let's count down. We'll do 10 seconds on each leg or 20-second wall sit. Is everyone ready? I'm already holding and these are on fire. Woo! If you need to stop, you lower it and bring it up. Let's count down loud with me. 8. I need to hear you. 7. This is good for your brain as well to count. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, Sonal, let's use our hands. Seated. Obviously on the wall sit as well. Let's go for the other leg. So you count down with your hands, your fingers. Let's challenge everything. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Carefully push yourself away. Do you feel that? It is hard. We're only starting with 10 seconds. Give everything a bit of a shake off, a little bit of a release. Maybe we forgot the dead arms in the Tai Chi warm-up, so we can do these. This is a lovely little loosening, letting the arms just hang. You can do the seated or standing, letting everything go. We're going to very quickly squeeze in 2 more exercises of strength for our upper body. So we're going to do, I'm going to show you without the weight, seated or standing. You're going to do a lovely 45-degree angle. If I had my protractor there in your hands, holding weights. If you want tin cans, light weights, build up to bigger weights, squeezing in and coming out. That could be the move, the chest press, yep. Opening out the elbows, so straight posture, big straight spine. Or we could add in a bicep curl and then the chest press. So think about your weight accordingly. This one might be hard, seated or standing. Let's get into about 8 to 10 repetitions. So I'm opening, I'm coming back to that chest press, elbows and arms touch together. I open out wide, straighten, my palms are up, coming back and squeezing in. Let's breathe through it. Back is straight, stomach muscles are tight. Breathe and come in. I know it's hard. If it's too difficult, please just do one of the exercises. This is a combination move, yeah? Just pushing some of our regulars to feel a little bit of a challenge. But if it's too hard for you, drop the weight, use tin cans. Honestly, they're the easiest household weights to start off your strength training journey. Opening, open out. Oh, can you feel that? One more, lift the elbows up to shoulder height if you can. Open, out, and relax. I saw some of you struggle there. So think about practicing that during the day. Sprinkle in a little chest press strength snack. We're going to finish with our shoulder press. So seated or standing. I'm going to add in a little bit heavier weight, because I know I've been, working on this for about a decade now on my strength. So, seated or standing by your ears, lifting up, pushing up. Did you see the post with my mother-in-law in the kitchen where I was showing me obviously lifting heavy weights? I had a 20 kg barbell. I had little dumbbells to show you. You can do these or safe household objects. And then mummy's showing you why these are functional moves. Lifting heavy things above your head. Ooh, I can feel these as well. Let's go for as many as you can until your form is really hard to maintain. Breathe out. Breathe in. Can you give me 3 more if you can? Stop and start. Let's go. 2, breathe out. Hold your last trophy above your head. Hold, hold, hold. And carefully come down. I love seeing you on Zoom because I can see my regulars. Give everything a shake and a little clap. This is a good one to practice in front of the mirror because you have to be symmetrical. With a barbell, I've got a long bar, yep. With single weights, you've got to make sure that both sides are even. So you're not pushing up. And I'm checking some of you on Zoom. You're lovely and symmetrical, but do it in front of the mirror. Final exercise. Grab a pair of old tights, a band, a belt, a gown tie. We haven't forgotten our lovely signature shoulder floss with a bit of resistance. We're going to try and lift our arms up and behind our head. Now, I saw a friend at paddle, no names mentioned, and she's not much older than me. And I was doing this to warm up before my paddle tennis. And I asked her to do it with me, and she really struggled. So if you need to bend the arms, please bend them. And I noticed that one side is higher than the other. We have imbalances. I want you to practice this one because this is great for full shoulder mobility. It's in my book. It has its own shoulder snack. And for the lady who was asking about strength training, very easily, I want you to read the chapter, a couple of pages on strength. It's literally 3 or 4 pages about how to start, what weights to use. Progressive overload is page 61, yeah? If you've got my book, shoulder flossing. Let's finish with this one. Breathing in and out. I hope you're burning because we usually do this at the beginning, yep? It should be hard now because you've used your muscles. You've done so well. You should be feeling really proud of yourselves, your investment in your physical health, mental health, reducing risks of common chronic illnesses. You know, I'm an ambassador for Diabetes UK, Alzheimer's Society, Wellbeing of Women, patron of Menopause Mandate, like all these illnesses that we hear about. You are reducing your risks through the power of even just movement. But if you combine that with healthy eating, stress reduction, sleep, and most importantly, this social connection. I'm here on a screen, but I've got an amazing community of you guys, and we're connecting together through the power of movement. That is really, really important for all of us. For a happy, healthy life, we have to stretch the final part of the workout because you've done a lot. It might have felt hard, it might have felt easy. Come back to it and challenge yourself. I want you to stretch to reduce your risks of injury. So everyone take a seat, one leg out in front, toes coming towards you. So you're really as straight as possible with that leg. Breathe in, breathe out. Try and reach forward. Maybe you'll surprise yourself and touch your toes. I remember when I had no flexibility, and then over time through stretching, I was able to touch my toes. I was like, wow, but this is how your body adapts. Otherwise, place your hands on your thigh, your shin, wherever feels comfortable. Relax your head, neck, and shoulders. Take a few positive breaths like we did at the beginning, slowing down the heart rate and coming up. Now, I'm out of breath. These are effective workouts, yeah, for everyone. Rather than sitting, I really would love you to share these with someone to help them on their journey. And sometimes we just want to do things at home, in our pajamas, on our sofas. So seated exercises can be a great option. Inhale, exhale. Other side, holding for a few seconds. Do you feel that stretch all the way down your leg? Relax the upper body. When I go into workplaces, people are sitting on average 10 hours a day, sometimes back-to-back meetings. So we want to really encourage movement, exercise, snacking. I teach that. I do workshops. If you have any companies that you want me to go into, I want to get people healthier and happier. So this, all I've done is hand above or below the elbow, drawing in that shoulder in, looking over, stretching out my neck. We've done quite a lot today, guys. Hope you're feeling better than when you started. Yes, thumbs up, thumbs down, comments good. My YouTube family let me know, and Zoom, I can see you all. Other side, this is such a nice stretch. I do this practically every day, just dropping in little bits of stretch snacks, maybe a stretch before bed. You could just play this last 5 minutes and follow along. We are going to open out our chest from all those press-ups and chest presses. Hands in the middle of your back. If you're seated, you can just shuffle forward. Try and bring your elbows together. So again, this is great for posture, opening out the pectoral muscles that get really tight, especially when we're sitting for too long, rounding our backs, using our phones, our laptops, watching TV. Breathe in, breathe out. How are we all feeling? And then either seated or standing if you're balanced, but please go by a wall, hugging one knee in and circling out your ankle. I don't usually show that one standing, but I do that. Let's do it seated just for safety. Hug it in, keep your back straight, shoulders back, shoulder blades squeezed together, and just circle out your ankle a couple of times in each direction, giving our feet some love before we go on to whatever you've got left to do today. This is your moment of self-care, yeah? You're treating your body and mind. This last little bit especially, really important in our busy, stressful lives. Brilliant work. And then the last one, we're just going to lift up our arms, seated or standing. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Breathe out, come to one side. How does that feel? Nice little side stretch. Breathe in, come to the middle. Exhale to the other side. Lovely. That leads us on to my favorite feel-good hug. I haven't got mummy here, but I've got all of you. Virtual hugs, but like a seated or standing cat-cow. Open out your arms, stick your tailbone out, lift through your chin, take a positive inhale. Exhale, round the back. Really open out the vertebra, that C shape. Hug yourselves. Give yourselves a bit of a pat, a bit of a rub, a bit of a squeeze, a loving hold. Let's do one more, sending this virtual feel-good hugs and love to all of you. Inhale, exhale. Makes my day seeing you all work out with me whenever you do this. I'd love to help more people, so do share these free workouts, hundreds saved on YouTube, or join us live. The Feel Good finish, seated or standing. I hope you feel good. Take a lovely positive inhale. Lift your arms, fill yourself with positivity. Exhale, bring them down, release any tension, negativity, stress. Mummy usually does one in Gujarati. We're going to do one more. There are workouts in Gujarati if you know anyone from the South Asian community that they can help. They're on my YouTube channel. Breathing out. Let's take one final big positive inhale. Capture that positivity at the top. Bring it down to your amazing heart center. Give yourself a bow. Thank your amazing body. A moment of gratitude. Honestly, movement is like medicine. Even if you manage to do 1 minute today, thank your amazing body. Whatever you manage to achieve, I'm very proud of you. So glad you joined. And yeah, this is the highlight of my week. Honestly, I did feel very lethargic, very tired in the January blues this morning. But as you can see, I am now raring to go, full of energy. So I thank you all for banishing all of my sluggish mood and giving me the energy as well. So this is safe for you all. Lots and lots of love. We've had lots of feedback on YouTube today. It will be safe for you, and I look forward to seeing you all next week. Lots of love, everyone on YouTube. I'm going to talk to everyone on Zoom.